Hi, Sharon Parkinson. I'm really excited to share one of my wealth creation formula businesses with you today. Wealth creation formula is something I've been working on since the back end of 2016 to help people who've not really understanding how to make money online, how to do it in a successful way, so that you can actually compound your profits and use those to help you fund other businesses, as you can see in this kind of formula here. So I'm just going to take you through one of the businesses that I'm promoting, and it's one of my top 4. And it's called Questra Holdings, with association with Atlantic Global Asset Management, which we call AGM. So this is a pure investment opportunity. So we do have other ones in the portfolio, but this is a pure investment one where there's no sales required to make at all. You don't need to sponsor. There are no monthly fees, there are no daily tasks, and you don't get charged an auto ship. And the benefits of this particular business, it's got passive earnings, 100% passive earnings. The profit received you get every Friday, which is a nice thing to happen. Huge referral commissions should you decide to do referring, which is not compulsory, like I said. And you also earn between 4 and 6% growth on your money every single week. The business is called Questra Holdings. It was developed around about 2009. And it was then rebranded in 2013 as Questra Holdings. It's been opened to the public now since 2014. Prior to that, it was very difficult to actually be able to use Questra services because they had a limit of €100,000 that you had to invest with them before they would allow you to use their platform. Their head offices are based in Madrid, Spain, but they do have offices all over the world. And what does Questra do? Well, they're in partnership with AGM, as I've said, and they offer partners an opportunity to earn between 4 and 6% return on their money every single week. This is the Questra is responsible for managing the affiliate side of the business. So there is 2 sides, like I said. Questra is the affiliate people, and then AGM is the people who manage the investments, which is what I'm going to talk about as well. They're responsible for generating the profits and for his partners, but we also have investors. So there are people in the business who will never refer anybody, so they're classed as investors, and then partners are people who, like yourself, would probably tell a few people to help grow the business. AGM has 25 fund managers who actually manage your investments on your behalf for a period of 12 months, but you get paid weekly, so you can see every week they send you an email. And it's normally between 4 and 6%. It has been as high as 7, but we definitely quote between 4 and 6 because that's more realistic. You get paid this every Friday, and you can actually withdraw those profits every single week if you choose, or you can reinvest them back into the business. All investment portfolios then expire at the end of 365 days or 12 months. And AGM has its headquarters in Cape Verde. So the key facts, there are at the moment 18 additional worldwide offices being opened in 2017. We've already got quite a few at the moment. So they're opening them in different parts of the world to facilitate the growth of all the partners to support those. Questra has 158 employees in over 28 countries now. They do have a cooperation with Bloomberg, and they have yearly audits with the CGS, which is the Certificate of Good Standing. So, you know, they have audits, so it is guaranteed that this is a genuine business, and it's been being monitored by financial businesses. So how does Questra and AGM make money? Well, they purchase and sell debentures, which is kind of where they buy insolvent companies, and then they split them up and sell them for high profits. And this can be anything from like 10% to 3,000%, and they do this on a regular basis. They offer financial support to licensed startup companies on the stock market, and then they use those gains, the actual gains on these companies as they grow. They then buy and sell large real estate deals, and they sometimes stockpile those and then will sell them at a higher price at a later date. They trade on the initial public offering market as well, which is the people doing startups. Every investor receives a contractual document for their investment portfolio once they've verified their ID. So you'll get that in the post, which you can keep to one side as your proof that you've actually done, made the investment. They do have an insurance fund of 54 million, so this is kind of underwriting the investments that they've got. And in the last 7 years, Questra's deals and AGM's deals have had an average of 88% profit rate. So, they're very, very profitable at the moment. And they actually understand what's happening, in the world of economy at the moment. For an investor to get started, you just need to buy an investment package, and these are called suitcases, which are very affordable to people on every single budget, really, because they range from 90 up to 100, to up to 500,000 euros. And you have got multiple methods of deposit, because I know some people have challenges in certain countries, so we have got different methods for all kinds of people. You can withdraw your investment every single week if you choose. You can receive your capital back as part. Yeah, you receive your capital back as a part of the weekly profit. So you don't actually get your capital back at the end. You get it over a period of 52 weeks. On an average, you can recover your initial investment in approximately 25 weeks. Or you can repurchase some additional suitcases with your weekly profits, and this will help your weekly earnings grow much quicker. And this is what we call the compounding effect. What are the different packages? Well, there are 8 different packages that you can buy, and they're all called by their colour, and each colour has a different investment value. And you can see here we've got anything from 90 to 100,000 on that list. There is another one at 500, but somebody needs to actually do that for you. You can't, unless you're at a certain level, you can't sell that package. So you can buy anything. You can buy combinations of the different ones. So you could buy like 270s and 190, or you could buy a 2430 and an 810, so that's a blue and a green, that kind of thing. It's entirely up to you how you actually want to do that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you across to a little calculator demonstration at the moment now, just so you can have a quick look at what I'm talking about. So in this calculator, we've got this is where you're going to literally choose. So let's go for. Say you don't really know what calculator packages you want, what the suitcase you want. You could then put in here 3,000. Let's say you want to start with 3,000 euros, and we just let that calculate, and it'll show you how it would break that up. So to get for 3,000 investment, you would have 2 yellows, which are cost 810. Sorry, 270. I believe. Yeah, 270, and a blue, which is 2430. So that's the nearest match it's got to make your 3,000, and we calculate, and this shows what you're going to be earning. So on a 3,000 investment, your business will be earning 135 euros per week on the starting off, and this is this is compounding. So without any withdrawals, over 52 weeks, you would, at the end of the 52 weeks, you'd be earning 1,716 euros. Now, if you didn't do anything, so this is just 100% compounding. If I take you back and show you that you wanted to take everything out after every week, so you want 100% payout from week 0. So I'll calculate that again. And what it'll show you is the same calculation, but what it's showing you now is at the end of 52 weeks, you're only making 135.92, and then at that 52 week, you'll stop earning. So it's not a smart move just to take 100% of your profit out. The smart move is to leave everything in. I would say if you do a calculation, say, let's go for 2 years, so 104 weeks. So starting with 3,000, same as again, and we're going to say 50% withdrawal after the first year, so after week 53. So this is a different calculation. So you're going to compound for a year, and then you're going to start withdrawing. So again, we're going through all the compounders. So you can see it's buying new suitcases along the way. This way, it's got a plus, means it's bought another one of those packages, plus, and then you'll start seeing minuses at some point in time where I can't see minuses at the moment because we've not got to 52 weeks. There you go. What's happening is, look, you get 135 on the first week, and it works its way up all the way to week 52, which we did before, which was 1716. And now you're going to start withdrawing 50%. So you can see that there's 895 gone over here, and it's added 895, and this thing's going to start expiring as well. So what you'll see now is if you go down the rest of the year, by the end of week, like the second year, the end of the second year, you're earning 7,754 euros per week, which is an amazing amount of money. So you could afford to do that quite easily. I would definitely make sure you do take some money out, and 52 weeks, after this 52nd week, it is a good move. Some people are maybe more risk averse, so maybe what they want to do is start taking out. What you could do is withdraw all of your profits for the first. If you look at, it takes about week 25. So we've got to week 25. Hold on, let's just go back. I'm going to do 100%. I'm going to take all of this out a minute and just calculate that again. So calculate. And what we're going to look at is how long it takes you to earn. Hold on, we need to do it with compounding. So 100% withdrawal after week 0. We're doing it for 52 weeks. Calculate. Okay, so you can see here, when you get to week 25, you've just about earned, well, actually you could do it on week 23 if you're on 3,000. So on week 23, you would have had 3,126 back. So at that point, you could then start compounding. So you had all your initial capital out, which is, some people may be more risk averse, but I don't see this being an issue. But for some people who need that money straight away back, they could do it this way. Take out your 100% of your profit for the first 23 weeks, then switch on compounding, and then just carry on for the rest of the year. This calculator doesn't kind of work on that basis, but it gives you an indication as to what you could have, what you could start doing then. And then for the rest of the year, you would compound and just keep going like that. That's kind of the best way, I would say. So either compound 100% to 52 weeks and then do 50%, or we'll take your profit out. You could do like 1 week take out, 1 week compound, 1 week take out, 1 week compound. That would take you doubles. That would take you like the 52 weeks to get all your money out, kind of thing. So it's entirely up to you, whichever way you run it. Just know that this is kind of a fantastic illustration of how you can actually grow your suitcases and get a really good income at the end of 52 weeks. So have a play around with it. I'm just going to go back to the presentation. So if you was to play around with that, you would actually, in your first year, like what I just said, you could start off with 3,000 with 100% repurchase on for the first year. After 52 weeks, you'd have 1,716 per week. And then in the second year, you would start withdrawing the profits, and that would leave you with 7,754 per week after a second year, which is amazing. If you think of most businesses, when you start a new business on any kind of business, whether it's bricks and mortar businesses or a franchise, you would never be in profit in your first year, never mind starting making this kind of money after 12 months. So have a play around with the calculator, and so you can see what you want to do. But this is just some news that came out of the spring conference from Dubai. So they've just set out their new 5-year business plan whilst they were over there, and I listened to a 3.5 hour video. I managed to do 2.5 because it was quite heavy going. But it actually made me realise that I should have been doing something with this business before now. I have got a business and it is growing, but I haven't really promoted it to many people. So now I'm going to share this with everybody because I'm really excited about what it can do. And that's why it's in my top 4. It's already been prepared for the next global banking crisis. So they've got things like stockpiling gold. They're doing all sorts of things behind the scenes. They've got a lot of analysts working, so they understand what they need to do and where they've got to go, and they're already prepared for it. They're planning ahead. They are going to open up their new bank by the end of 2018, and that's going to be called Atlantic Global Bank. This bank will deal with mostly cryptocurrencies, but they will have normal banking services as well. And it's based on the fintech technology, which is what made my ears prick up when I was watching the webinar from Dubai, because fintech is kind of a massive market that's growing, and they want to be part of that technology. That technology kind of doing business, because it's the way to go, and it actually opens up so many doors, because the standard banking facilities are so rigid, and it's difficult to pay customers in countries where they don't have fantastic banking services. So this takes on a new level. So we are going to take on these, the global banks. Agon will take those on as to be a much more favourable place to place your money. And they did announce that in the upcoming, there will be a Caribbean cruise for the 2017 event, which was obviously, this one was in Dubai, and the next one will be on a Caribbean cruise, which will be amazing. Obviously, there are qualifications for that, so it may not be for everybody, but people who are interested in team building would be interested in that one, being on that cruise. There are different career levels that you can take with Questra and Agon. So this is the different director levels. It all depends on what level you actually reach. So everybody starts off at level 1, so you receive 5% profit from anybody you refer, and then it goes up from 5 to 15%. And you earn the differentials. If you had somebody who came in and you was at silver and they was at bronze, then you would earn 2% off their team as well, because you earn the differential between yourself and the first, your referral effectively. And that kind of works all the way up. And they do get bonuses. So when you get to silver agent, you start earning bonuses, gold, and then platinum. You do have to have more than one team. So you can't have 25,000 euros from one team and their team effectively. It's got to be over 2 or more teams. So it is advisable to have at least 3 or 4 direct referrals who building a team if you are interested in these bonuses. And these get paid out into your back office once you've actually achieved the actual turnover and the amount, and that is over the right number of teams effectively. And as you go up the ladder, you get to these higher level bonuses. You do have to attend certain trainings to receive these bonuses, because they want to make sure you're doing the right thing and selling the business the right way. So it is quite exciting what you can earn with Questra World and Atlantic Global. They do have an interest-free mortgage bonus as well. This is for directors at level 6 who've already actually received all of their other bonuses, so they've already qualified. And the way it works, as soon as you have 25% of the value of the house that you want in your account, so your business is turning that kind of money over, then Questra will lend you the rest of the money. And you're immediately, so you are the owner. It's not like you're renting. You are the owner of the property, and you're just paying back the loan within a 10-year period out of your back office, interest-free. So that's amazing. If that's something that you're interested in, then obviously you would need to get to work to get to the level 6 director. Getting started is really easy. All you need to do is register with your mobile number using the international dialing code. So in my case, it's a +44 and then a number. That's not my number, by the way. You deposit your funds using Agam, into Agam using either Bankwire, Perfect Money, Bitcoin, ADV Cash, and OK Pay. But you need to remember that whatever method you use to pay in, then the money will come out the same way. After registering, you upload your identification documents along with proof of address, which is no longer than 3 months old. It takes about 24 to 72 hours to become verified, but you don't need to be verified to deposit funds unless you're wanting to use the bank wire. So you can get started straight away. You don't need to be verified to get started effectively. Once your funds are in Agam, you can then purchase any suitcases of your choice that match your deposit. And then you give out your referral link to anyone you would like to help to make 4 to 6% on their money as well, if that's what you want to do. As I said before, this is one of my top 4 wealth creation formula businesses. You will love it once you get seeing it working for yourself. It will cover all aspects of that you could ever want from any business, and best of all, you'll never need to tell anyone if you don't want to tell them. If you got started today, just think where you could have been just a few months or even just a few weeks from now. Play around with a calculator and get started wherever you feel comfortable. I look forward to hearing about your success with Questra and Agam, and so please get back to the person who shared this video with you so they can help you get off to a quick start. And I look forward to seeing your success.